What's up, everybody? Before we get started with today's episode, just want to give you guys some quick announcements. On Wednesday, October 2nd, we're doing a viewing party for AEW's first show, AEW Dynamite, at Jack Dempsey's on 36 West 33rd Street between 5th and 6th Avenue, as well as we're doing our Hell in a Cell viewing party hosted by WWE Hall of Famer Rikishi on Sunday, October 6th at Jack Dempsey's. So make sure you follow us at yepilw on all social media and RSVP with us. Let us know you're coming through. See you later. Enjoy the episode. Peace.
The I Like Wrestling podcast.
You see what I did there?
Are you gonna start?
Oh yeah. Yep, I like wrestling.
Greetings from parts unknown. My name is Sunny Sofrito, and today I am joined by
The incredible intern Nez.
A.K. Guadalupe. And I'm also joined today by
A Puerto Rican princess. Hello, Glamazon.
Seems like you got a little bit of swagger in your stuff.
Yo, second glass of wine is fire.
Oh,
I feel great right now.
Be warned, this is going to be an episode. And that's even before we get to. I'm also joined by
The Beige Experience. Beige Benoit, stepping nasty.
You still with the Beige Experience? Come on,
Always.
bro.
You already
Jesus.
know. It's always an
And
experience.
today we have the pleasure to be joined by
One half of the sexiest Puerto Rican tag team on this planet, Ortiz, formerly known as the Latin American Exchange, but now known as, I guess, just Ortiz and Santana, just for right now, until we come up for another name. Yeah.
Okay.
I like the proud and powerful. I like
Yeah, Proud and Powerful is more of a moniker, more of
I
a
feel
way of
you.
life, more of a statement, just of who we are as human beings, but not necessarily our new tag team name.
Nah,
Get
I
it.
was
PNP
so
works.
I
Yeah,
was
it
so
does
drunk
work,
that
yeah.
night. I was like PNP, proud of Puerto Rican, proud of Puerto Rican.
That works too.
Everyone was trying to figure it out. I was like, it's proud of Puerto Rican. Y'all stupid. Everyone's dumb. Y'all posted proud and powerful, and I was like, never mind.
I was already like, yo, I'm getting that shit as a tattoo.
I mean, you could do PNB, proud and Boricua.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
PNB Nation.
Yeah.
No.
We-
Wasn't that something?
Oh,
Remember PNB Nation?
PNB
that was a,
Rock, you're right. Oh,
that was
right.
an old clothing line back in the day.
That's true. I remember
That sounds
that.
about right.
Yeah, PNB Nation. Yeah.
I wasn't born.
Damn.
And the old joke started already.
Already.
Fuck.
No, he really wasn't born though.
This wasn't even an old joke for you.
Yeah, you just get that you did it to yourself because he's just a baby. He's
that's
just
true.
a baby. He's an intern. That's why.
Yeah, that's very true.
But we get paid the same rates. Fucking wild. I don't know what's happening.
All right, so
Equal pay. Equal pay for equal work.
it's been a while.
Yeah.
Some things have happened.
Yeah.
Some things have changed.
A few things, yeah.
Some amazing things have happened.
Yes, sir.
Seems like some paperwork has been signed.
Yeah. Officially, yes.
It
Yes.
seems like someone went all out for you guys.
But we are proudly signed to All Elite Wrestling, and it's awesome. Yeah. Officially, thank
Insert
you.
the horns.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Ortiz and Santana are now elite, as they like to post. We didn't get that post though.
Yeah,
Usually
that's
everybody
right.
gets the post.
Yeah.
Like this person's now elite. You know what I mean? We didn't get ours yet. So I
Santana
don't know.
Ortiz.
We're different.
I will
You
start a
deserve it.
petition right now. So I'm like, let me know. Because, yes, Ortiz and Santana are all elite, and
I would just say that they are elite.
they are elite. Like, there was people just yelling, like, they got the best tag team division now.
They really
It's
do.
fire.
Yes,
like,
it was.
That was definitely one of our reasons to go to AEW because that tag team division is dope.
All I could
Yeah.
think was, please don't hurt Phoenix.
It
Please.
feels like it does feel like every time he's in a match.
Yeah.
hurt.
It's just because they go in hard, man. Those dudes,
Yeah.
like, I don't think a lot of people realize how much they wrestle. Like, they're wrestling because they go to Mexico and they do, like, Tuesday shows, Monday shows, and then they're off Wednesday, and then all of a sudden they do a Thursday show, and then they fly back to the States, and they do a Friday and a Saturday and a Sunday. These dudes are wrestling like 5, 6, 7 times a week. Like, they wrestle way more than anybody. So, honestly, with Phoenix, it's just wear and tear. And then they have that Latino pride. The Mexicans, bro, they're so prideful, so they go in hard all the time. Even if there's 20 people out there, they were like, nah, let's do the Spanish fly to the floor.
Yo.
And we're like, yo.
I thought I was a jinx because whenever I saw them live, like before, they would be like, "Oh, Phoenix isn't wrestling because this happened."
No,
so I was like, "Oh, it's me." But good to know it's wear and tear.
yeah.
That's
Just
fucking
Wear and tear.
crazy.
They wrestle a lot. They do a lot of shows.
Yeah, that's a lot of wrestling, bro.
And like, did you guys like specifically pick like, all right, like this is what's happening, or are we not allowed to know, or it's just like
What do you mean for our debut?
Yeah.
I mean, we were going back and forth with them a while. Honestly, we've been in talks with them for a really long time. And even before AEW came to fruition, Cody was already talking to us about it. So they already had
already on it.
Yeah. and then he had
I wanted to ask you, like, what was the steps to it? So that's good.
well, you know, Cody already had a short stint at Impact, a very short stint, him and Brandy.
I feel like that was a scouting trip that he did.
It really was.
Maybe.
It was an expedition.
Yeah. But then, you know, they went to Ring of Honor or whatever. But we had met Cody back then. But honestly, what really did it for us and how we got really in with those guys was doing the Jericho Cruise. So, yeah.
I gotta tell you that story about everybody with the freaking Super Mario brother.
Oh, yeah, it's dope. Yeah.
It's definitely
Amazing.
still like one of my
Yeah.
favorites.
Yeah, there's footage. I found footage online of it. Where there's a little bit. There's only a clip of them, of us all wrestling, and it was a great match. It was fun. It was just a match to have fun. They were all dressed up as the Mushroom Kingdom.
Oh,
on the
I love
cruise.
it.
Yeah. Hangman Page was Yoshi. Who was it? The villain. Marty Scurll was Wario, of course, because he's the hill. Yeah. And then the Bucks were Mario and Luigi.
I love that. Do you think Marty might be on his way at some point, or do you think he's in it? He's in it for.
I mean, he's boys with all of them there, so I honestly I see it happening, of course, because they're like all friends. So why not?
Yeah.
But you never know.
He's
You know
doing
what I mean?
his thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
of
So
course.
it's like
So-
basically inevitable then.
Yeah.
I think so, but
Shout
you
out
know,
to Villain
anything can
Enterprise.
happen. Yeah. I
And
think
so-
he's a cool dude, and he's a phenomenal talent. So
Yep.
he'd be a great addition no matter where he goes.
Oh, of course.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Y'all bonded on the cruise.
Yeah.
Y'all running around in the hallways.
Yeah,
Things are happening.
Well, we had the match with the Bucks on the cruise. We had a really
Yeah.
good match with them. We had chemistry right away, and then and just from that cruise, and then after the cruise happened, Cody hit us up and he was like, "Yo, what's going on with you and Impact? Like, what's the deal?" So I mean, at the time, Impact was trying to re-sign us. AEW was interested, and then all the things with AEW happened. And then, as people know, NXT also reached out to us. So we were in such a wonderful position, but at the same time, stressful as fuck.
Oh,
Because you have all these companies, but we were in such a position, no matter which one we pick, none of them would have been a wrong choice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there was a lot of factors that went into it, but I mean, Cody was on top of it since day one. After the cruise, how they see how we worked and everything, and we got on with them, and they saw that we were easy people to work with, which was also another good thing going into it. And yeah, I mean, we definitely weighed out a lot of options, but obviously we picked what we picked.
All right, so All Out, right?
Yeah.
You already know. All right, so you already know our reaction. You got Tara cry.
Yeah,
you got
I saw
me.
the videos. It was awesome.
Mind your business.
She was tearing up.
No, I cried.
Yeah.
You got me jumping up and down in my house, getting kicked out. It was just
Again.
again.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
How did you guys feel? What was the energy like? Going
I
into
will
it?
tell you this. So we were hiding in a hotel room until a certain time. So they were trying because backstage they had a lot of media and a lot of people back there. So they didn't want stuff to get spots to get blown before we debuted.
Makes sense.
So we specifically they have a bus pick up all the wrestlers from the hotel at a certain time and to bring the wrestlers. So we weren't on that bus. They waited. We had a separate car ride there, and then when we got in, we were in the all black already. We had the hoodies on. We snuck inside the venue. Maybe like one or two people were like, "Who the fuck are these guys?" You know what I mean? But we snuck into a locker room, like in a door, and we stood there until our debut.
Looking like
So we
the
had no
presidents.
idea what was going on. We were just sitting there, and we were we had no service. It was the worst. So we didn't even know what was going on with the show. We didn't have a monitor or nothing. So we just sitting there, right? So then obviously we talk about the angle and we figure out what we're going to do. And then we're just sitting there. Then finally it's time to go up. And then someone comes, like one of the staff guys, and he goes, "Yo, y'all ready?" And we were like, "All right." So then up until that point, I really wasn't feeling nothing.
Goosebumps on this fucking
I,
story.
I wasn't feeling nothing. But then when we got to Gorilla, I was like, oh, all right. I started feeling that little pitter patter in my heart. I was like, man, there's mad people out there. And then we were right in Gorilla. It was Tony Khan, Tommy Dreamer was there, and there was a couple of other heads kind of sitting by Gorilla. And Tony Khan sits by Gorilla and does timing for all the matches, and he's just there, you know, directing, doing everything that he's doing. So we were like, all right. So we snuck underneath the stage. That's where we came out. So there was the ramp that everybody came. We were underneath the ramp in the corner. So
I was wondering where you guys came out of.
Yeah. They didn't show it on camera. We just kind of popped up out of nowhere. But we were underneath the ramp, and we came out a little gap in the ramp and just went forward. So then we got the president's mask on, and my mask was good, but Santana's mask was all.
Did y'all fight to pick who was gonna be who?
Nah.
Oh, okay. Because
I was wondering who picked the JFK. I mean, like, who was it to when you got the JFK and it was Bill Clinton, right?
Yeah. And I was like, Bill's not dead. He's not a dead president. We need a dead president, damn it. Pissing me off.
Represent me, you know.
Going into it, we were.
Me.
That president's represent. Yeah, exactly. So.
Say what?
Say what? Yeah, well, we were on the Patrick Swayze kick, so we was watching a lot of Patrick Swayze. So we watched Roadhouse.
Roadhouse.
Yeah,
Point Break.
Yeah, Point Break. And then also,
As long as you didn't say FBI.
I don't think I've ever said that sentence in my life. I was on a Patrick Swayze kick. You know?
yeah, well,
I couldn't stop watching Dirty
Point.
Dancing. I don't know what happened.
Watch Ghost.
Nobody puts Baby in a corner.
yeah, exactly, baby.
They'll put Baby in a room for a while, not tell them what's happening, but they don't put Baby in a corner.
But being on that Patrick Swayze kick, we were like, yo, we should do that. Me and Santana mutually came up with it. More so I dropped the thing, but he agreed to it. I was like, we should do the president's mask. So Kingston and Homicide,
Who?
Eddie Kingston and Homicide and Ring of Honor, they were
Homicide, cool.
they were Outlaw Inc. for a little bit, and they came out in president's mask. So it was like based on the Patrick Swayze, based on something they did, and them being our mentors and stuff. We were like, I think this is cool. Like no one's really doing it currently, walking out with the president's mask, and they liked the idea too. Tony and Eric, the Bucks and everybody. So they were like, yeah, it seems cool. Let's go with it. And it seemed like it got a good reaction when we finally did come out.
Amazing.
Yeah,
It was an
Great
amazing
reaction.
yeah, it was a really good reaction.
That was probably the biggest pop that we had that night.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it was
Thank
insane.
You were doing your little lizard tongue, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh my God,
I was trying to look like a maniac. Yeah.
No, it worked because I was like, who's that guy? I don't know that guy. I don't know who's there, but I know him, but I don't know him.
So this is how amazing your whole debut was that I had to go back and I was just scrolling for it. I went up on All Elite Wrestling's Instagram account. You know that you guys got like the most views out of everything
ridiculous.
that night. Yeah. You guys got 310,000 plus views. Everybody else was like 270 and down, and not even it was like one was 270. Everything else was like 200 and less. Mm-hmm. I mean, dude, you guys.
I'm not discrediting anyone else.
I mean, hey, no offense to anybody
But,
else.
you know what happened? I put that post on my story.
Yeah, but the thing
And
is
that's what got them to 300K.
No, but
That's what it was.
That's true.
With my 2,000 followers,
you,
it got
thank
them,
you,
know?
thank you,
That's what
thank
happened.
It spread like wildfire. I got you.
Yeah. That's what we'll say.
That's what happened.
Yeah, sure. Those views are counted towards you, but okay. But yeah, no, dude, like it's a thing where, and it's funny because like the whole proud and powerful, and it was like seeing that view count really makes a person feel proud and powerful
100%,
for the
man.
stuff that you guys went through,
100%.
and it was amazing to see, like, not only like we got all excited. I mean, at the bar at Jack Dempsey's, we were insane. Everybody's going nuts, like, oh shit, oh.
Yeah.
But then it's
I
like,
saw the videos. It was wild. Very humbling.
Yeah,
Thank
like
you. Very
what was the
humbling.
feeling for
It's awesome.
you, like once you guys were able to sort of come back down from everything? And
I mean,
kinda
it took a
sit back
while,
and
man.
watch,
I
yeah.
mean, when we finally took off the mask and that reaction, like,
Yeah.
I know it's played out and it sounds very cliche, but it's like no other drug in the world. When you get that reaction out of people, like, think about it. There was like 15,000 people there. I might be off by a number or two, but just about 15,000 people. Yeah. And then for everybody to go, it's like you feel Like The Rock says,
That's-
you feel the goosebumps. It's
Yo.
insane.
That's what I was wondering. I was like, I wonder if they feel the love.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I wanted y'all to, like,
Yeah.
that's why we were hitting you up. We were letting you know, like, we
Yeah.
wanted y'all to feel
Oh,
that
100%.
love.
And then
Like,
see-
I texted, like we texted the media.
Yeah,
like, yo,
see people at bars, all the people that texted us, everybody, all the reactions that we got, and of course there's the negative. People are
Of
gonna.
course.
There's gonna be those
Yeah,
people on the
whatever,
internet,
yeah.
but
It
it was mostly positive. I saw a few. I mean,
But
for-
you know what?
it's all good. It's all
Me and
good.
Tara about to go and whip some.
yo, that ass. I'm from the Bronx. I got my bun, this blaze. You don't know what's in here. I fight. Like, let me know.
Somebody sounds proud and
It's,
powerful.
it's all good. It's all good. Everybody can have their opinions. It's all good. If you have haters, then you're doing something right. You know what I
Exactly,
mean? If you don't got
exactly.
haters, you're not doing something right.
Yeah.
Some people should hate on you. That knows how.
You know what?
That's a sign of
You
success.
ain't speak no more truth. Yo, you ain't speak no more truth. I tell you right now, bro. 'Cause I found out that I noticed today that there was bootleggers of people trying to sell bootleg the Yep I Like Wrestling merch.
That's great.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. If people are trying to bootleg
bootleggers?
you, that's
Yeah.
great.
I could get the t-shirts for cheaper from somebody else.
I
I dare you.
She's like, well,
Okay.
I'm paying full price.
Just kidding. I don't pay Sonny anything. You don't pay me, I don't pay you. It's fine.
mean, were they crime time? Like, did you
Nah.
like,
They're bad bootlegs, but yeah, that's,
Yo,
DVD right here.
thank God nobody at the viewing party was hating, because I probably would have smacked fire out their mouth. Like,
Nah.
I was ready to fight for y'all. Like, that shit was an experience. That like, we just wanted you to know that, like,
We saw it. I just want to let
Okay,
you know we saw it. We
good.
watched all
That
the
was awesome.
reactions.
Good.
Yeah, that
And we
was
watched. We went through our. I mean, Santana doesn't like to admit it, but he's a social media fiend. Like, he be on social media a lot. That's why he
Really?
got more followers than me. But he's more interactive.
It's true. Every
with it.
time I
He's
open my
constantly
Instagram, he got a
posting.
new post.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
it's
He's
like,
constantly posting stuff. Me, I might go a week without posting anything because I'll just, get caught up in. Honestly, I shut off when I'm not wrestling. I just like boom, and I'm just like about my family, working
Yeah.
out, maybe smoking a little bit, chilling with my shorty, and that's it. And that's really what I want to do. And just I get stuck in my routine, and then it is what it is. But Santana's always trying to spread the
What-
message.
where's ne-
and
what's
he's,
next?
He's,
What's
yeah,
next?
exactly.
Yeah.
He's consistently on it.
I mean, just to let you know, I waited till you reposted my story.
Did I repost it?
Yeah, you reposted it.
I try to repost stuff and do stuff like
I
that.
refreshed my page at least 10 times and waited for you to repost.
Alright, cool. I'm glad I did. I'll be sad right here if I be like, oh, I forgot, because we got it was overwhelming. Like I never got that much action on social media than I did that day. It was very overwhelming.
it must have been like.
Within
Like, you have
20
to turn your phone off for a
Within
second.
24 hours, I got 5,000 new followers, and then the stuff that we were tagged in was ridiculous. Like we were tagged in so many people videotaping their TV,
Hell
or
yeah.
people putting up stuff, and it was ridiculous.
Oh, I love
Yeah,
that.
the amount of stuff that happened, I could imagine when people have millions of followers. Like I don't even know how people do it. I just like,
You'll
yo,
get
this
there.
is ridiculous.
You'll
Yeah,
get
you will. You
Eventually.
I
will.
Yes,
promise
you're
you,
on
you're
your
gonna get
way.
there.
I mean, you're on your way. You
Yeah.
guys have a premiere coming up pretty soon.
Yeah, October
In
2nd. Yeah.
October 2nd.
I can't wait.
Which
Oh, okay.
our plan is to have
Our
a viewing
plan.
party.
We will have a viewing party at Jack Dempsey's between 33rd and 5th and 6th Avenue
Okay.
Exactly.
for the AEW. Can we call it Dynamite yet? Can we?
I think it's officially Dynamite.
Is it officially the
Yeah, I think it
AEW
is.
Dynamite show this
Yeah.
next Wednesday at 8 o'clock? We do have a viewing party. Once again, Jack Dempsey's on 33rd Street between 5th and 6th Avenue. We can,
Yeah,
what can we expect
I will.
with you guys?
it's gonna
with
be
the
the
company
proud-
now? 'Cause
the
I know there
proud
is
and
the
powerful,
tournament starting as well,
yeah.
if I'm
So
correct.
I can reveal this much, so I don't get heat from my new company.
Sorry, Tony.
We will be there. That's
Okay.
it. We'll be on
Will
we'll be
will
on the
you
television.
be having some bubbly?
a little bit of bubbly.
All I can say is we will be there. So we'll be on that television
All
show.
right, all right.
That's
You know
all I
what?
can say.
Let's let him off the hook for
Yeah.
a minute because I actually want to rewind.
Flights are
for-
booked.
I want to rewind for a minute. Impact.
Yes, sir.
You guys had, your final match against Rich Swann and
Willie. Yep.
And I gotta say, it was kind of emotional to watch, man. Have you watched it back?
No, I haven't actually watched the match back. But in the moment, it was. I mean, Santana was pretty much tearing up in the ring. I definitely felt emotions that, you know, I'm like, nah, my man, get out of here, stop. You know what I mean? But definitely, it was a very bittersweet moment because, like, we knew we were going on to do something on the next level, you know what I mean? But at the same time, we grew, we prospered, we really honed our craft at Impact Wrestling. They really gave us opportunities to really shine. So it was such a bittersweet moment. And honestly, the most we're going to miss at Impact is that locker room.
Yeah.
Like almost everybody in that locker room, honestly, I could say everybody in that locker room, as far as the workers, we could say that we're our friends. We've chilled and we've hung out with those people individually. It was such a good, and it still is, it's such a good work environment that everybody could chill with everybody. And you know how it is sometimes you read the dirt sheets, you know how people hate people or whatever, for whatever the reason, but that locker room as a whole would all come together as, of course, everybody had their cliques. There's like the real party people. Then there's the people that play video games. Then there's the people that chill. You know what I mean? There's the people that drink. There's the people that, you know, smiz. But you know what I mean? Everybody, there's the
Light up a little bit.
Yeah, there's a group of people. But even all at once, all those people could come together and chill in the same area, and there's no problem.
It's like utopia society.
Because you always hear, like, in the dirt sheets or, like, online or whatnot, like, all this turmoil going on in Impact Wrestling, TNA, formerly known as, and whatnot. But when we went to the show last year, we just watched and we saw, and it was like, it felt like a close-knit family.
100%.
It felt like a mom-and-pop kind of
100%.
company just working together, trying to build something
100%,
up.
yeah.
Either rebuild or try to make it even more than what it was. And it was just like, it felt good to see.
With all the faults,
it made you excited to watch.
100%. With all the faults that people can nitpick on bookings and angles and everything, but with all the faults, it's a beautiful work environment. Honestly, I would go there and be happy and wanting to go there. I want to go chill with my boys. I want to go, you know what I mean, and experience these things with them. Like the Rascals, for instance. We've traveled the world with them. We've been in England. We've been in Mexico. We've been all over the U.S. with them. And every time we get together, we be chilling and we be like, yo, this is awesome. Like I get to travel the world with my boys. You know what I mean? And it's
like
such the coolest
right
feeling
there,
ever. Yeah, it's the coolest feeling ever.
And you're making money.
Yeah, and you're making money. Exactly.
And pay to travel.
Yeah,
We usually have to pay to travel.
Exactly. Like people are paying us to travel, and they're paying us, and we get to chill with our boys afterwards. What more can you ask for?
The best of both worlds.
Yeah, exactly. The best of both worlds. Honestly.
One of the things that I just loved about the end of that match was when the whole locker room just came out.
We didn't know that was going to happen, honestly. We knew they were going to do something, but we didn't know exactly what they were going to have planned. But it was cool, man. The whole locker room came out, and then honestly, you don't really see this on the camera because I saw the clips at the very end. And Eddie Edwards was someone that me and Santana look up to. Eddie Edwards, out of that whole locker room, respect to everybody, but Eddie Edwards is one of the last people of a certain era.
He's an OG.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Eddie Edwards, even though the character that he's doing now, that he's crazy with the kendo stick and he's doing more hardcore stuff.
Yeah.
But as far as like a wrestling pedigree background, Eddie Edwards is that dude. You know what I
he's been
mean?
around,
And always had respect for us. I grew up watching, going to those early Ring of Honor shows and stuff like that. I used to be on those buses going to the Ring of Honor shows, and that's how I really got my love for wrestling. And for him to come up to us and like he pulled me and Santana to the side, and even in the ring, he gave us a hug and he was like, "Yo, y'all did it the right way. Like that's exactly how you do it. Like nothing but respect." And he gave us a hug, and just to get that respect from someone like him, I was like, "Man, that's awesome."
I love that things was like amicable there, like when,
100%,
when it ended. I do want to know because it made me kind of want to go back and ask, like, what was the conversation like when you did reveal that you guys were going to be moving on to AEW?
It sucked. It was
like I just like to be a fly in the wall and like in the room like that because we never really get to hear
that side
that part of it, like that.
If you're allowed.
Yeah.
Okay. You know.
So it was with Scott D'Amore. So he's pretty much running the day in and day out. So, you know, there's bigger boss than him, but on the wrestling level, he's the boss. He's the go-to. So so we were in between WWE and AEW. So it was NXT or AEW, right?
Yeah.
So
so it was solidified that they were going to be putting you NXT.
So it would have been NXT that you would have been going to, not main roster.
So you would have been doing contacted to go to NXT.
So you would have been doing pretty much the live shows, like the live shows that they're going to be doing now.
Yeah. We were going to go to NXT. Yeah, we got offered an NXT contract. We were indirectly talking to Triple H. But, like, we were talking to William Regal and stuff like that. So I mean, we
Mad casual. You know, we were talking. We were
It
talking
was
about
awesome.
William.
Honestly, we got a phone call with Willie Rico. I was like, yeah, this is Willie Rico on the phone. Don't let it be like we're still fans of this. Of course, we play it cool. Of course, we like nah, we don't play it cool.
We'd love you to join NXT.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. So, I mean, we were at that point. We were still on the fence. We were definitely leaning towards AEW, but you know, we weren't at any means trying to like completely shut down WWE because that's still an option for us. You know,
Of course.
So, but so at that point, we sat down with Scott D'Amore. Then we finally decided, all right, we're not resigning with Impact, right? So then it was what set of tapings did we sit down with him? We were in Las Vegas. Okay. So there was a Las Vegas set of tapings. So we sat down with them, and then it was pretty much because we're legally by contract we have to give them 2 months notice if we're not going to resign. Right?
Okay.
And we were right up at that point. So then we just sat him down and we were just real with him. We were just like, hey, we're not going to resign. You know what I mean? It's nothing personal. It just AEW, as far as the work schedule, was 1,000 times better because we're literally just working Wednesdays, and there might be some weeks that we don't do TV. Guess what? We can stay home.
Yeah.
So
And they're still giving you them paychecks.
exactly, we
regularly.
get paid
Yeah.
no matter what,
And you get
regardless.
to do the
But-
days.
It was the best move for you and your
Yes.
and your family and things involved.
Exactly. And then if we would have still with Impact, we would have to work a little bit more. They were trying. All kudos to them. They gave us a legitimate, real deal offer. They didn't try to lowball us or give us whatever. They offered us what we were worth.
Yeah.
But we would have had to work more.
Yeah.
Versus we would have got paid the same or even more going to AEW and work way less. So you know what I mean? And be on a bigger platform. So it was hard because Impact gave us a platform to make us who we were. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be sitting right here with you if it wasn't for
I mean,
that
you got
platform.
to work with those guys as well.
Exactly.
You got the Homicide and whatnot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it was a mutual beneficial relationship. We benefited from them, but they also benefited from us.
Oh, of course.
Because they put us in positions, and yes, we took the ball and we ran with it and we hit it to the moon, and we were constantly featured as one of the more positive things on Impact.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we were bringing positivity to Impact.
No, of
so we
course.
scratched each other's back.
Yeah.
So it was amicable, and we parted ways that way. So
I
yeah.
It's a
love-
It was
hard
very
word.
bittersweet.
Amicable was a hard word. It's annoying.
Yeah,
I don't like it.
amicable.
I love the statement that you guys put out. It was last night we wrestled our final match with Impact Wrestling. Our appreciation and gratitude for every single person there had a hand in helping us get to this point is absolutely endless. Thank you for the opportunity to show the world our passion and commitment to this business, and most of all for the opportunity to represent our people and culture on a big stage. We are forever grateful. That
100%. Yep.
brother is such a class act statement
Yeah,
that
man.
it was just like, yo, amazing.
Yeah. I mean, with any job, you're not going to be 100% happy.
Of course.
Yeah.
But they went out their way to consistently put us in the best possible position. They booked us amazingly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The reason why we rose to the heights that we did because they booked us the right way. And they could have gave us bullshit, whatever. But even if they would have, we would have still took that caca and made some chicken salad out of it or whatever.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we could complain about certain things, but overall, they treated us great. And why leave and shit on the company that treated us and gave us the opportunities that we get?
No.
And that's the way we left. Like, yeah, I mean, it was very bittersweet. The word I keep using, but.
I hope you know that for Impact, I looked at it, and you guys are the main reason why the ratings kept going up for Impact. Because the Impact did lose me for a while. when AJ left, I was gone.
Yeah.
But when I saw that LAX was reformed and they came back to
reinvigorated,
yeah. And you guys were a part of it, and you guys made it such a amazing experience to see LAX in a new form that you guys helped Impact a lot.
Cheers. Thank you, man.
Yeah, honestly, when we went to the one in Queens,
Yeah, the Astoria. That was I think that was the first time
that was your first
that was my
Impact.
first
His
Impact show.
first Impact show
Where? Which one?
It was in Astoria,
in the
Queens.
ballroom
It was some ballroom, like Melrose
on like
Ballroom.
35th.
Oh, yeah. When they came for like Bound for Glory weekend.
Yeah.
Or
That was the first time I wanted to punch
we did
Eddie
like
Kingston
2
in the
tickets.
face.
Yeah.
It might have been like
How's that
almost a year ago.
You don't need to know that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Was it for Bound for Glory when we were feuding?
It was
with
for
those-
Bound for Glory.
It was Bound for
Yeah,
Glory,
because we got the little
we did
beer
that crazy-ass
koozies.
match.
Oh, that's true. We got the beer
That match I never
koozies.
want to do ever again in my life.
Bro,
With the no boards? Nah, I never want to do that match again.
and like
And watch us
seeing
do it
y'all
again.
live was wild. And I mean, I ignored Eddie Kingston the whole time, right? I wasn't
Sure
paying
you
attention.
did.
Well, we kicked his ass. So.
Yo,
Which made me very happy. I was
Yo.
willing to give a helping hand.
Shout
our
out
feet,
to Eddie Kingston.
our
Yeah,
elbow.
shout out to Eddie Kingston.
You know,
but
our
that was
knee
the
to
day
face.
that I was really confused because I was like, I see like Puerto Rican tattoos, but I know LAX is kind of Mexican-y. And I was just watching like, I don't know. And I was like, there's mad people wearing Dickies. I don't know who belongs to who. Right?
There were bad crews that were.
Yeah. I was like, okay, it's Hispanic on Hispanic crime. This shit is
I was like, I see
happening.
Puerto Rican flags. I'm rooting for them.
Yeah. And I was like,
You're
yo,
hearing,
you.
You're
Yes.
hearing Wepa and Orale at the same time. He's like, what?
Holmes,
See,
Buta.
the misconception that LAX, Latin America Exchange, we rep all of Latin America.
Yeah.
So, like, even the little Caribbean islands, DR, PR, like, anybody from Latino background. But I get it why a lot of people completely associated the gimmick with Mexican. Because
Mexican-y.
their look was very cholo, LA.
Very-
Well,
yeah.
you know what I
I think
mean?
that- I think
And
that's
you hear the
LAX,
LAX, you
think
think
of
LA. Yeah.
Yeah.
because of the airport. So
Yeah.
that's like the first thing I think of.
It's the
LAX, yeah.
fucking Dickies that are khaki,
Oh,
honestly.
yeah.
It's the Dickies,
Dickies
bro.
fit
When
Fire.
they did it back in the day, also
Yeah.
Conan
Elms.
made his career in Mexico, but
Yeah.
Conan is actually Puerto Rican and Cuban.
That's
So
right.
he's not
Oh, that's
Mexican
me.
at all.
Nice.
But a lot of people think he's Mexican, but he was
'Cause he got
he's
the
from
cholo
Miami.
vibes.
Yeah.
He's
It's
from
Conan?
Miami.
From
Yeah, he's
Miami.
from Miami.
He's from I thought he was from the West. I thought he was a West Coast.
Did he ever spend time
He
in New
lives
York?
on West Coast now. He's on West
Yeah.
Coast zone now, but originally he's from Miami.
Did you ever spend time in New York around 1986?
He's not your father.
I do
You know what? You know what? I can see.
I
it,
do
though.
know. I don't know what years, but I do know he lived in New York for a little while.
Oh,
Okay, let's
But
find out.
most of his formative years were in Miami. Then he joined the military. Then he got out of the military. He was in the
Oh, I could
Navy.
definitely be better.
He was in the
You
Navy.
just want to hear Conan say, "I am your puppy."
Dad?
I can answer for you. I'll be like, yo, you happen to have any? You know,
All right. So before we
I'll
leave,
text him right now.
before we leave, send Conan a picture of his mom.
Do you know this woman?
1986.
Have you seen her?
Does she look familiar?
You got a picture of back in the 86? You have a
I
picture
wish
of
I
her?
did. I had a
Alright.
Yo,
look.
If
I
you get- if you
swear to
send me a
God,
picture,
I thought he
then-
said something different. You got a picture from the back.
No.
I'm like,
I would
yo.
never
That
disrespect
is-
your mother like
Oh,
that.
God, no.
that will be my
Back in
mother-in-law.
86, you have pictures of her back in 86, not the back of her in 86.
No, that's what I thought you said. I'm like, you know what? It's the Hennessy. I thought
It is the Henny.
Yeah, I
It is the
misheard
Henny.
it.
Yeah,
I
second
fucked up
thing
getting
myself.
y'all another round. It's okay.
I was like, did I drink too much?
Hennessy.
Hennessy. Oh, my
The Hennessy legacy. That's
That's
what we're leaving right now. So the
one
last
hole,
time
but
you
it's
were
not the hole.
here,
Uh-huh.
did you know? Yeah or nah?
Oh.
Or we were just fucking with you and you were just like,
Yeah, we were doing a lot of
"Ah."
innuendo.
No. We were still on the fence.
Oh, you were honestly
Yeah.
on the
we
fence.
Were,
Oh, okay.
we were leaning, obviously, to AEW,
Yeah.
because that's why we ultimately picked them. But,
Because our following, like our jokes after those episodes, like, yeah, I hope they go, they have someone goes all out for them and everything. We kept on running those jokes and shit.
Are they
Yeah,
all
they
in? Are they double or nothing?
Yeah, they seem pretty elite. They're
Yeah.
pretty elite.
we were definitely majority leaning to AEW, but WWE was still an option. NXT was
No, yeah, and I feel like no matter where you guys were, you were gonna be who you are.
100%.
You know? And I feel like
And NXT was offering us a good deal, too. So
I was
it wasn't
gonna,
like,
yeah.
as long as they understood it, I'm always afraid when it comes to people that I enjoy and I love their gimmicks and I love, you know, what they're bringing to the table and things like that. I'm always afraid that it's going to turn into some type of like, you know, like a funny thing.
Yeah.
When it's like, no, we really like care about these people and we care about what they stand for. We know what they've been doing for a really long time, and if you change their gimmick into something else, I'm going to feel some type of way.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know? So I feel like thank you for staying true to who you guys are.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Because that could have went very left.
That was another factor in our decision. There was a lot of factors in our
Yeah.
decision. We had to weigh a lot of things because we're not single men anymore. We both have families,
Yeah.
so that was a huge factor. Two, our legacy. Are we going to go there? And you know the bad history of people going there. NXT, we probably would have been fine.
Yeah.
But if we would have probably brought up
Main
the main
to
roster,
roster.
anything could have happened.
Lucha House Party could have.
I mean, I was gonna say also it's like the
Or-
recent history of Hispanic wrestlers joining WWE.
Yes, or we could have been the
Hasn't
exception
always
to the
been
rule.
great.
We
Exactly.
could have been the exception.
Could have been.
Because it goes a stereotypical way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing's set in stone. You know what I mean?
Ever, yeah.
We could have been the change. We could have been the catalyst of change. So that also weighed on us too. So it wasn't an easy decision to make, but it's just more positives on going to AEW versus going to WWE, because we could be a part of the change of wrestling, or we could just
Be a part of
the monster.
the status
already.
quo.
The status quo, exactly.
Because I wanted to ask you, like, what would have made you go to WWE? And I know it's
at this
it's-
point,
it's-
it wouldn't have been the money.
Yeah.
Because
I feel like that. Too,
the money wasn't a huge thing. As long as the money was good enough to be
Survive.
comfortable, to survive,
Yeah.
and have a little extra. You
Didn't
know what I
really
mean?
matter where.
If I could buy a home for my family, if
Yeah.
I could buy a home for my father, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Eventually, that was the goal, to have our worth, to get
Okay.
what we're worth. But I mean,
Well,
yeah, like, I know
it's
like,
hard. I don't
it's
know
like, what
it
could have
took
they have
us.
done?
I don't know,
to
because they
change?
offer us a lot of good things, so it was hard.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really don't know what it would have
let me ask you this: going to AEW was one of the main factors, being the fact that you were going in on the ground floor of something brand new.
And we're going to be there in the beginning.
Yeah.
Like I just revealed, we'll be there in the first episode. So
Yeah.
we're going to be a part of history.
It's amazing.
So
It's like being there at the beginning of Google.
exactly.
I'm gonna cry again.
Exactly.
I'll be tight. I'm crying again.
exactly.
So when are they coming to New
Yo,
York?
that's the fire.
I don't know.
It's the
It's
fire
tough.
startup company that has like the free
Yeah.
snacks and shit. Like you go to the break room,
Yeah.
you're like, oh, there's a power bar and shit. Like you know,
Oh my God, they got a foosball table.
I could use a yoga ball instead of like a desk chair. Like it's fire. It's lit.
Look at all
Startup.
these Cliff Bars.
Yeah, exactly.
Enough about your corporate experience.
So we know WWE is like Disney. It's not going nowhere.
No.
You know what I mean? WWE, their slogan is they're forever. And that's true.
And it's funny because they
WWE
almost got bought by Disney too.
Yeah, but WWE's not the brand of WWE. No matter if someone else buys them out, whatever,
Yeah.
the brand of WWE is not going anywhere.
No.
It works because there will always be little kids,
Yeah.
and little kids are always going to watch wrestling. No matter what, if you talk to anybody, be like, yeah, I used to watch it as a little kid, but
It's
then they
everybody,
grow
yeah.
out of it. You know what I mean?
They're the
But-
gateway drug.
yeah, to this WWE is gonna always be there.
Yeah.
we just know that it would something crazy would have to happen for that company to
Of course.
fold. And it's just unimaginable at this point, right? So we know with AEW we're taking a risk, but we know no matter what happens with AEW, let's say it lasts another 20 years. It means both these companies could coexist together.
That'd be
Why
amazing.
can't both companies
absolutely
coexist
could.
together?
Absolutely
Why can't
could.
you just be like, if you want to watch a comedy, you watch a comedy. If you want to watch a Disney movie, you watch a Disney movie. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? There isn't just one genre of movies. So why there has to be one genre of wrestling? Why can't
Exactly.
this wrestling exist and this wrestling exist?
Exactly.
Hopefully that's the way it works. But let's say no matter what, I mean, I hope we're putting all our money in on WWE. You know what I mean? WWE, AEW.
Yeah.
And we hope it works out. And that's why we're there, because we want it to work. And we want to be one of the reasons why it works.
Yeah.
And that's what we saw. Like, why not make history? Why not strive for something? You know what I mean? Why go with the machine? Why not go against the machine and be like, F that.
Let's try to break it. Let's try to beat it
let's
up.
break
Yeah,
the
yeah.
machine. And AEW can change wrestling for the better for
Yeah.
everybody there and in AEW. Like, make sure people get paid more money. Make sure people get health
Healthcare.
insurance, healthcare,
Benefits.
Because right now, wrestling the way it is, if we don't work, we don't get paid.
Yeah.
And that's just how it is. Unless we get injured in their ring, then they cover whatever. You know what I mean? But anything can happen at any time. The companies have all the power, no matter what.
Of course.
In wrestling, the company has all the power. That's why, like, wrestlers have to wrestle hurt. I'm never 100%. I'm always beat up. I'm always hurt. That's just the
nature of the beast.
the nature of the beast. Yes.
Yeah.
But AEW is on the cusp of changing things as far as pay scale, as far as the worth of women wrestlers, the worth of the wrestlers in general, and just they're raising it up. So now Vince and WWE have to pay their wrestlers more money.
Yeah.
So it's mutual beneficial towards everyone. And now that there's two big places to work, and there's these other I don't want to like belittle the other companies, But there's still another tier like a Ring of Honor, like an Impact that still have television and stuff.
PWG and whatnot.
So you're creating all these work for these other wrestlers and all these people grinding on the indies, like busting their ass, trying to get their break. Now they have more opportunities to make name for themselves, and it's great.
It elevates everybody.
Exactly.
At the end of the day. How do you feel about the impending Wednesday Night Wars that's basically coming
It's
about?
awesome. It's exciting.
I love it.
It's exciting. As a fan, as a wrestler, as anyone, it's exciting. Because anytime competition happens, it creates magic.
Yeah.
Because people are going to go and try new shit. People are going to go and try to step it up and take it to the next level. So,
all right, what's going to make it fun about AEW and NXT being on the same night is that they're both big, overhyped, kind of, not even overhyped. They're hyped up shows. I apologize for that, my fault. But yeah, it's gonna be something insane. But I feel like AEW, it was the right move to do it the middle of the week because now everybody's gonna be, between Monday's gonna be Raw, Friday's gonna be SmackDown. You're gonna have AEW right in the middle, which is gonna be
and now
like
Tuesday's Impact, and they're on Access, which is
shout out to them for going to
Access.
Access. It's a good move.
And Access, yeah.
Access is a
and
good
I don't even
channel.
know where Ring of Honor airs. But I know
I think they were still Destination America, right?
Yeah. But what day do they air on?
I think
I'm
they're
not sure.
Thursdays.
Oh,
Thursdays.
there you go.
So
there's wrestling all week now.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
5
and then
days
with
a week.
pay-per-views and shit, yeah.
You still got New Japan.
Yeah.
For,
and New
for
Japan,
their pay-per-views.
And they're on Access too. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just so much wrestling now. And then with all the streaming services, it's crazy. But to go back to your question on Wednesday nights, competition breeds amazing wrestling. So, like, everyone goes back to the Attitude Era. Everybody goes back to the Monday Night Wars, right? Everybody always likes to talk about, like, that was such a boom in wrestling because there was competition. Everybody was trying to one-up with each other. So when you got people consistently trying to one-up each other, you're just going to get the best products out there. You know what I mean? But according to AEW and stuff, again, I've only been there one day, so I don't really know the landscape and what they're trying to do. But everything they said publicly is that they're trying to worry about themselves. But you can obviously see that NXT and Triple H have openly taken shots.
They seem to be very reactionary towards whatever
very reactionary. So
little petty ex-girlfriend, like just little jabs, like slight shade.
Yeah.
To the point
Oh,
that
you guys
the
have
fans,
All Out. We have a NXT UK show.
Yeah.
The crazy thing is that the fans have gotten to like it almost feels like back in the day when you had the East Coast, West Coast.
It's like
that.
Like, yo, I'm East Coast. Yo, I'm West Coast. And I'm just like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
But
I
CM
just
Punk-
want good material.
Yeah,
That's all I
Punk said
care.
it best.
I want
both.
everyone to eat, and I want to watch shit. That's it.
But it's also like if you take it to a football team or a sports team, you like to root for your team.
Oh, of course.
So for people, AEW is their team. For people, NXT is their team.
Yeah, shout out
so
to Danny Dimes.
Yeah.
Honestly, Puerto Ricans are my team. So wherever the Puerto Ricans are, I don't give a fuck. If you in Lucha House Party, if you Mercedes, if you PNP.
What about Epico and Primo?
Yep, because the shining star. Bienvenido a Puerto Rico, the shining star. You know, like we just got. I'm here to support everyone. I want everyone to eat. I just want good material. That's all I'm here for. Like,
but that's what you're gonna get with the Wednesday Night Wars. Honestly, you're gonna get nothing but good material.
Yeah, and it's just like I'm just here for like the wrestling. I'm here for the people, and I'm here to see everyone step up their game.
Hell yeah.
You know, as a whole.
Yeah. And I love it too because as a performer, as an entertainer, it's going to make us step up our game because we know what's going to be going on the other side. And NXT has produced some of the greatest matches.
It's true.
Like if you watch their takeovers, take away their TV product, and sometimes their TV product is like whatever and it's very whatever, but their takeovers, their matches
they put everything
are
out
always
on the line.
Balls to the wall. Like they always have the greatest matches. Tag matches, singles matches, female matches, no matter what. It's just balls to the wall always. And then the fact that they're trying to bring that in a 2-hour, so you know they're going to be having takeover matches. Just to draw in those fans. And you know AEW is going to be doing the same thing. So, I mean, it's great. Can't wait.
I feel like we're on the cusp of some really special storytelling.
Yes.
That, you know, if we go back to the Attitude Era, a lot of stuff was kind of remedial, but it was just shock value at the time. But I think there's going to be more thinking man's type of writing going on, or thinking person's type of writing, that we're about to see some stuff that we've never seen before that is going to make wrestling in general amazing.
100%, man. Yeah, I can't wait. Honestly, we're excited about the learning tree we're going to go under. just the tag teams that are there, the
Oh
people
my
that are
God.
going to make us better. Like, by no means, we do a hashtag. At least I do it every now and then. I always put Quest to be the best. Like, we call ourselves the best, but realistically right now we're not the best. But we want to be the best. And by being the best, we need to wrestle everybody.
And you really have the best competition there, too.
Yeah,
Hands
exactly.
down.
We have the best
Hands
competition. It's going to make us better. It's going to make us better performers. We're going to learn more. Just the people that they have under that learning tree. They have, like, a DDP, a Jake the Snake.
Yo.
I mean, you guys.
The Bucks. Like, they've wrestled some of the greatest names in the world. Christopher Daniels. Like, as long as he's been in the business.
SCU. Shout out to
Yeah,
them.
FYI. Christopher Daniels is my favorite wrestler, number one. By the way.
okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Love that.
So I get to work with my favorite wrestler, like straight up.
And try not to geek out the whole time. Like, hey,
You got
this is
Frankie
cool.
Kazarian, and then you
Yeah,
got-
exactly.
You got
Just
Scorpio Sky. Like,
the
this is
experience
amazing.
these people
Yeah.
have, and the fact that I get to be in the ring with them, I get to learn from them. They get to break down my matches. They get to like.
Yeah.
We're only going to get better, and that's what's also exciting for us. And I know the same thing would have been in WWE because they have some of the best trainers in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Their
Yeah.
performance center is made to pump out the best wrestler possible. You know what I mean? So either way, whatever. But I was more excited to wrestle, to work with my favorite wrestlers.
Yeah,
So,
of course.
You know.
Like, you got Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus. Like,
Yeah,
that'd be
yeah,
fire.
exactly.
Like, I love that.
And there's young and hungry guys
Yeah,
there. And it's
Private
just-
Party is just
It's
such a great
yeah,
young group
someone
you
that
guys got.
Private Party, a team that we wrestled a whole bunch of times.
Yep.
We actually wrestled one of their first tag matches.
Oh,
The
yeah.
first time they came
Wow.
together, they wrestled us at House of Glory. So
Oh, all right.
yeah,
I
yeah,
love
it's
that.
Cool. Yep.
Yo, that's amazing, dude.
And now it seems like Kevin Sullivan and a couple guys from TNA,
Yeah,
from
yeah,
Impact,
yeah,
are
yeah.
now moving over to
Yeah.
AEW. Have you worked with him closely in
Yeah,
any way?
yeah,
or?
yeah. We know all of them. So it's also so when we finally going back to our debut,
boys.
We
Yeah, the boys, exactly.
So Suspenza, yes. So one of the dudes that always used to, so when we used to do the LAX entrance, the Impact, we used to, for a while we had our own separate entrance. We used to come opposite of the entranceway, and we had our own gimmick and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So budget cuts. After a while, we had to start coming out the regular entrance. So that it happened no more. But one of the dudes that used to always queue us up for our entrance is now in AEW. So when he saw us, he was like, "Yo, what are you doing here?" Because they kept it on the wraps all the way
That
down.
even they didn't
so
know.
people didn't know exactly what was up. People had ideas. Yeah, y'all coming here.
I
Whatever.
mean, we were
Oh, they heard
speculating.
Yeah.
We could put in things into the universe, but you know.
But the fact that we saw him, and then he was the one that set up our entrance, so it was like
Wow.
full circle. And then he was just like, "Yo, y'all ready? Y'all ready?" And I was like, "Come on, dog, stop playing."
That's that shit that gives you like a frio that you're like, oi, like we've come like full. All right, we here. Like
so
this
we
is
know
like
the
you know.
majority of the production team, like
Oh, that's
Sullivan
fire.
and all those dudes. Like when we saw them, it's just like, "Yo, this feels the same." But bigger.
There's a chandelier.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
exactly. Yeah.
That's what Beige said about me. He was like, it feels the same but bigger.
There's a chandelier.
I don't even want to know where it is.
Don't worry.
I don't even know where it is. So if he found it, God bless him.
He's got 3 holes.
Stop.
So
I'm gonna just sip this
Oh my God.
So, like, in AEW, they actually allow you guys to have, like, factions and groups and people that you can, like, chill with and stuff. Do you see you guys, like, expanding into, you know, like, a couple of...
what are your
would
ideas?
you, like... Because I feel like it can be a faction of just, like, you know, let's do a proper
Are you
term.
fantasy booking?
Latinx community.
You and me.
Latinos, you know, where we
Mercedes
just...
Martinez, Sammy
They're
Guevara.
pumping you for too much information. Bro.
I'm not pumping you. I'm just saying, are you guys open to it? Because I feel like you
yes.
guys, you know, you
Yes.
need like,
Yes.
you know, you need a lady figure and stuff like that, and like Puerto Rican women
Yeah.
need to be pushed more
We
into
got
like
Elise and Mercedes. Yeah.
Evilise, yo.
Yeah.
Evilise.
All right.
Don't no, you see, you make it fucking weird.
See, Guadalupe,
Like,
Guadalupe got a little, like, you know,
Yeah,
a little horny right
yeah.
Guadalupe got a little pinga.
yeah, like Big
She's
Swole.
sexy. I get it. I understand.
Stop it. You respect
don't
her.
be ashamed, I understand.
I will shame him until he learns fucking respect.
Why is the table moving?
Like.
Is that a slant?
like even like Big Swole, like I just like DM'd her and was like, cause we have the same like chronic illness.
Okay.
So I was like, I fucking love you. Like you out here, you taking, cause like we have stomach problems. Whatever. I was like, you taking kicks to the stomach or whatever. And she was like, yo, I appreciate you so much. And I'm like,
what's up.
I just feel like the AEW stars, there's up there, but then they're so also attainable, and you feel like you just could relate to them.
Yeah.
Like there's stories for everyone to like feel like they can just relate to a character.
Is that something they push, or is that something that just the people they sign organically is like that?
I think the people they sign is organically like that. So obviously you can see the main talent pool that they're bringing in are people from the indies, right?
Mm-hmm.
For the most part.
Which is very diverse.
Yes. There are ex-WWE people there, obviously, like Cody and
Sean Spears.
Pac.
Pac, Brandy.
Yeah. Brandy. There are a few
John
people,
Mox.
obviously, Moxley and stuff like
Mox.
that. But the majority of their talent pool are coming from the indies.
Yeah.
So that's why I think people, especially the fans that they gain in the indies, are more relating towards them because they're just like, this is my guy. I seen them grow up. You know what I mean?
Do you feel like it's a better representation of America because it's coming from different backgrounds that everybody could relate to?
Yes.
I get it because that's
yes.
something that Cody did reference in his post yesterday too.
100%. They're trying to cover every demographic. You know what I mean? Obviously, as an entertainment company, as a sports or whatever you want to call it, they're trying to cover every demographic. They're trying to garner every
make it all inclusive.
Exactly. Versus WWE, they do try the same thing because they bring in talent from like India, China, whatever, and they're pushing them in the performance center to make stars, and they're opening up performance centers in England. I heard they're opening up a performance center in India,
China. As well, I heard,
so they're trying to expand and get local people from there, but it's different. You know what I mean?
I mean, with WWE, it feels like
it's manufactured. It feels very manufactured.
It's manufactured, and
they have a certain look of the wrestlers.
Exactly.
So when they go and they push bodybuilders and people that look like John Cena, you get it. There's fans of that, but someone is going to be more relatable to the person that looks more like them and be like, yo, this looks like my brother or my cousin.
My cousin looks like Darby Allin.
Because,
exactly.
I mean, we all know a dude that doesn't look like they could knock somebody the fuck out.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, so it's like,
I have friends like that will jump off and be the first person to fight.
And they wouldn't normally.
And he's the skinniest guy in the room, but he'll be the first.
He's the
person
size of Jungle Boy, but
100%,
he's the first one getting
he'll
wild.
be the first one to jump in the crew and be like, what the fuck you said?
We love those guys.
Yeah, exactly.
We hate those guys.
Yeah,
exactly.
So I think that's what makes it a little bit more relatable because they have more people that look like average human beings but can do not average things. You know what I mean? Like you said, a Darby Allin. Like Darby Allin could do amazing stuff.
The private party.
A private party, exactly. Yeah. They look like someone you would chill with, one of your boys or one of your cousins or one of your whatever. You know what I mean? But then they do cool ass shit, and you be like, yo. I can see myself hanging out with these dudes.
Word, because my cousins don't do any cool ass shit. You know, it's like they're my cousins, but if they did cool ass shit, I'd watch them on TV.
I don't think any of my cousins can do a Hurricane Rana into a cutter off the top rope. I don't think they could, but they could. But private party could. My cousins can't. But private party can.
All right, you know what? Random question: how many crazy cousins do you got?
I have a few. You know, I'm Puerto Rican, so I have a lot of cousins. I have some cousins I don't even talk to. You know what I mean? The family tree is huge.
Yeah, I got cousins.
Puerto Ricans always have that one cousin that we're like, I don't fuck with that one. Yeah. That's the one that, like, I'll probably fight in the street, but then, like, you don't talk to them, you come back, and then you're like, oh, fuck it. Okay. You fight and you get it over with.
I generally fuck with all my cousins.
Yo,
not fuck all my cousins. I don't want you to get confused again.
Yeah,
but
that's not a Puerto Rican. That's not a Puerto Rican saying.
Yeah, that's not a Puerto Rican saying.
Yeah, you're not from Alabama, so it's fine.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, no.
I just wanted to lay that out there just in case you be like, what'd you say again?
Bring that back real quick, and it's like headlines. Ortiz says he fucks his cousins.
I'm gonna say again, I do not fuck my cousins.
On whatculture.com. Ortiz fucks cousins. Hi, I'm Adam Wilborn.
And these are the top 5 cousins that Ortiz fucks with. Fucks with.
And that's why you always see Puerto Ricans with a Jamaican, because they're like, we don't want anyone from our gene pool. Exactly. Well, like, that's why I got a black boyfriend, you know? So that's why I picked.
That's why my woman's Jamaican.
You know? Exactly. Because, like,
Alice is Boricua.
I don't know, man. Whenever somebody got a similar forehead, I'm like, oh, shit, my father was a cab driver. You don't know.
No one knows.
Yeah, I'm like, no.
Taxi cab confessions. Man.
Yeah.
HBO,
excellent kiss, all of that. Like, no, I don't want none of that.
Oh, shit.
But we are very proud people.
Yeah, proud
so
and powerful. That goes back
proud
to that.
and
Yeah,
fucking proud.
100%,
Listen,
yeah.
I thought it was proud and Puerto Rican. I was.
That's
I'm
cool,
still
too. Yeah,
very.
we are proud of Puerto Rico.
You are, but that's all powerful. And I was like, alright, cool, like whatever.
But the reason why we're trying not to
You don't want to
completely associate it just
yeah,
Puerto Ricans.
I know.
You don't want to
You don't want to
alienate
close.
anyone.
You don't want to alienate
And
anyone.
just with the Latin American exchange, we rep all of Latinos.
You just
know
want
what I
people
mean?
to just be proud of who
Yes,
you are.
exactly.
Just
But
be
you know what?
Exactly.
It's like with. I think you speaking for the hood now, just in general.
Yeah.
I mean,
It
just
doesn't-
because of who we are,
It doesn't.
our
It doesn't matter
upbringing,
whether you're
yes.
black, Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
You know, it's just any person of color could just be like, yo,
some public school babies. Some,
I'm-
you know, like.
I'm proud and powerful.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
just-
I mean,
That's
and,
just
and Puerto
dope.
Ricans in general were mutts. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? No matter what your background, there's light-skinned Puerto Ricans, there's dark-skinned Puerto Ricans. There's Puerto Ricans with hazel eyes, there's Puerto Ricans with blonde hair. Like,
And they all in the same family.
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So I just asked Puerto Ricans, we're mutts. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yep.
Because we're the
I had a friend of mine that did the three figures that say Puerto Rico. It's the Spaniard, the
Taino.
indigenous, the Taino, and then you had the African.
you had Africans, you had Irish,
You also had the Chinese.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's just we're a melting pot of cultures,
Yeah.
depending on your exact family tree.
Yep.
But it's just we're Puerto Ricans wouldn't exist without colonialism and slavery and all that.
Yeah.
That's why we exist.
Fun times.
Yep. Yeah. And I think we're the best of all mixes. You know
Shout
what I
out and not a
Honestly.
shout out to Christopher Columbus.
No. You know what?
That's why I said-
got the day off
Well,
for
I
him.
think, I think the
so.
Spaniards came to Puerto Rico first. No, am I wrong? Maybe.
I don't know,
I don't know
but
about
I
it.
glow
I
in
don't
the
know
dark
about
in
it.
December, so
yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
I typed up a report back when I did my one semester of college. But,
Yeah.
I don't remember it right now.
Was that in New York?
It was in New York. Yeah,
Oh.
I went to BMCC.
Yo, shout out to BMCC.
He did a cutie!
Yeah,
Fire!
yeah.
So we proud and powerful for the cutie kids too.
Cutie out here.
I did a year in BMCC.
So you don't even have to
yeah.
graduate from BMCC.
I did
What
a
up,
semester. I was on the dean's list. I'm just trying to say that.
Yo.
But then I eventually, next semester, I didn't re-enroll because I kind of went off and took wrestling off.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, I could have did both, but I'm just the type of person I can only focus on so much at a time. There's people that could do
plans?
everything, but I was just like, nah, I'm just going to kind of do this wrestling thing. And I'm good.
Any plans to try and go back and finish it like on a correspondence
Maybe.
level? Because
I
mean,
think
didn't Chris
maybe, yeah.
Jericho do something the same way?
I
'Cause-
heard, yeah.
Yeah, because it's crazy.
College is not going nowhere. I
Yeah,
can do college
exactly.
at 50, 60, 70.
Yeah.
it
Just
don't
want to say that's the
matter.
first time I've ever been proud to say I went to BMCC as well. So shout out to you.
Yo, he never
that's cool. I
talks
like
about
BMCC.
it. He was like, yo!
I didn't
Yo,
even know you
BMCC
went to
is
college.
cool,
BMCC
yeah.
Yo, me-
Fire. Like, it was dope.
There was a lot of cool ass people in my class.
A lot
I
of
still,
cool
I
ass
still
women, a lot
keep
of
in
cool ass
contact with some people in my
classes and
speech class
technology.
and
and
stuff.
That's
yeah.
fire.
Next episode, Bates gonna have a BMCC shirt on.
I got a bag. I never got a shirt, but I got a bag.
Wow.
Next time I'll bring the bag. But I'm like, yo.
Bates don't even have a shirt. He's just gonna write BMCC on that shit.
like
Got a white
B
tee.
team.
Get a Sharpie on the white tee. BSCC.
Yo, let's get the B team shirt, have the B and
That's what I'm
MCC
saying,
in the
BMCC.
back.
MCC on the
That's what I'm
back.
saying.
MCC on the back, like, just kidding. Like, ta-da!
No, but I gotta say, I am very proud of y'all and just happy to the fact that you guys show a representation that doesn't have this like layer of stereotype
Or
that,
any cookie
that
cutter.
other companies might try to portray
yeah.
a minority group as, and it's just great to see. It's just
And it's
fantastic to watch.
it's not even just the Puerto Rican part. It's just them kids from the hood. Like,
Yeah.
just growing up in the Bronx, growing up in Harlem, Brooklyn, wherever you came from, like, it's just like, yo, like, you see you guys doing it.
Yeah.
And it's like, yo, we can do that too.
Yeah,
I
and-
mean,
and- and-
and
like,
how-
to
But I was
put
gonna
it
say,
another
like,
way, to put it another way, like I was super proud when Kofi won the belt.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Because, yo, I felt like he was somebody that represented me. Same way you guys represent me. It's almost like a kind of culture that a subculture of
Wrestling fans that don't get a lot of acknowledgement.
Exactly.
And the difference between Kofi and you guys is, it felt like when Kofi won, he needed to win to
Prove a point.
not to prove a point,
to be justified.
but for WWE to say, oh hey,
Oh,
look,
we did it, yeah.
we have other colors too winning championship belts, and it felt very marketed, very forced in a way. But he still deserved it nonetheless.
100%,
So I will
yeah.
never take that away from him. He
No.
worked 11 years for that in WWE, so
Yeah.
he deserves it. But with you guys and with AEW, it doesn't feel like you guys are diverse because you need to be diverse for some sort of ratings push.
I got
You
you.
guys
Yeah.
are diverse, but it's really because your talent got you there, and that's what really
It's more organic.
It just makes it feel more organic. Perfect word, and it just makes it feel right. If
I
there's
completely
any other way
agree
to
with
put
that.
it, yeah.
I completely agree with that. Honestly, it was our talent and just who we are as human beings that got us there. Because even if you know how it is, some people are amazing talents, but they're the hardest people to deal with and work with.
Of course.
There's just those people.
It happens
that,
in
that-
all
That's
all
me.
businesses
Yeah.
and
That's
I
me.
mean, I can't
every
deal with
aspect
her.
of life. There's just people that are phenomenal at what they do, but they're just shitty human beings to deal
Yeah.
with.
Yeah.
But I think it was the combination of that we're good at what we do, and also we're good human beings to deal with.
Exactly.
Like my whole goal in life, take wrestling and take anything about it, just be a good human being.
Yeah.
That's it. If you're a good human being, it's like a domino effect. If you're
Yeah.
a good human being, to everybody, that one person will remember it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You might not remember that one person, but that one person years later might be like, yo, you're a dope ass dude. I got an opportunity for you. Here we go. You know what I mean? Just be a good human being. And then just karma will come back to you in a good way. And that's honestly how we set up our whole wrestling career. And that's how we got to this
And
point.
it's coming to fruition for
And,
you
and
guys.
it's, and it's an extension of your humility too.
100%, yeah.
So
yeah.
I mean, that's what makes it amazing.
Yeah.
You know.
And I'll speak for Santana since he's not here.
Yeah,
And listen,
One day we'll
One
have,
day we'll
one
get
day we'll have
him.
both you guys.
I want to have a
gotta have
conversation
both
with him
you guys.
about a
Yeah,
couple
yeah.
of things.
Yeah,
I have.
mean,
I got
yeah.
a couple questions for him.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
gotta stop
I can
hiding.
answer some. I can answer some. We've
We would
been
love
traveling
So tell him
for
why
9
he's
We
years.
would love
hiding.
you and Santana. We don't need Kingston, but you, Homicide can come.
Well, I
Conan
mean,
can
I'm
come.
sorry. Kingston lives in Orlando.
Oh, that's
but
good.
His family's in Yonkers.
I wanna go to
He's only-
Disney.
He's only in New York
We
sometimes.
don't need to go to Disney.
Oh, I live in the Bronx. Yonkers is
We
close.
can go to Disneyland. We can go to Disneyland.
Well, he was here
in
recently
LA.
for a week, so you know. But he's in
Heard.
Orlando again.
I can't even like his pictures, bro. Like, my life is hard.
understand.
My life is
I-
hard, bro.
I checked her likes.
That
Yeah, I
you,
understand.
I fucked up when we were at TNA because I was like, oh, hello. That's what I messed up.
And I overheard the hello, so I was like, nah, goodbye.
And we were
So it
just
was-
dating at that point. That's where I fucked up. But
Ah,
just so you know, like, you always have a family here.
but at
like,
that
no matter
point, he
what.
was like, I'm gonna lock this down. You need to stop.
Exactly.
I respect that.
I
yeah.
guess.
You get what you want.
Yo, I-
You go for it. Yeah.
That's what we did.
I'd be like,
Just like
I-
you guys did with AEW.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, full circle.
And no matter what, y'all have us. Like,
Thank
we're
you. Thank you.
everyone's here for you. Everyone's cheering you on. No matter
Cheers.
what you
Yeah.
guys do, like,
And I
everyone is proud of you.
I appreciate that, and that's why I'm here. That's why.
and we
To show
appreciate
my appreciation is in some small way. That's why I keep.
That's why you're gonna pay for all our drinks.
I'll pay for it.
No,
What's
okay.
up? I get the next round. I get the next round.
He
What's
got
up?
the it's like
I got the
it's-
next round. I got the next round. I got it.
You know your
Yeah.
money.
We'll be
your money's-
supporting
your
whenever
money-
AEW does a show
your
in
money
New York.
is
We
not
will.
good here.
We will be there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Your money is not good here. sir.
on Saturday, even if I have to be there by myself, I will be there for that
Cheers.
show.
Thank you.
Make
I'll
sure.
be there with you.
You'll watch. You'll watch the Sea Stars beat us up.
That sounds dope. And the show that you're gonna be at is the Battle Club show.
Yep.
It's
Battle
in
Club
Brooklyn.
Pro. Yep, it's in Brooklyn on Saturday. Let me get you all the details.
Shout out to Joaquin Morales. We interviewed him in the past. He's a good friend of the
He's good people.
of the
And
podcast.
it's crazy how.
They've been doing some great work.
So it's crazy how we work for Battle Club on a semi-regular basis,
Mm-hmm.
and it ended up being our last indie show. So we were thinking
Yeah.
like Beyond our House of Glory. So Beyond Wrestling was one of our biggest places that we came up, and House of Glory. Those
Exactly.
were two of our biggest indies that we considered home promotions, and it's crazy how we ended up on Battle Club. But I mean, kudos to them. They always treated us good. And we're
that's where I saw
wrestling
you guys
two
at.
young ladies. Yeah, exactly. I
Yeah.
remember when that's
Wait.
when you brought me the Yep shirt, right?
Yeah,
For the first
yeah,
time.
yeah.
I do remember that. So it's crazy how Battle Club is going to be our last indie show. And I know the Sea Stars have been wanting to wrestle us for a minute. So I got the information.
And the
while I
Sea
was looking this
Stars are amazing.
up. Yeah. They do Chicago, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
We
So
saw them at Shimmer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We did.
we saw them at
WrestleMania
Shimmer.
weekend.
Yeah.
September 28th, right, which is Saturday, Brooklyn, New York. Doors are at 12 p.m. No, VIPs at 12 p.m. Doors are at 1:30. Bell time is 2 p.m.
Okay.
Front row
Fire.
is 40. Second row is 35. General admission is $30. and it'll be an outside show, and it's gonna be a nice day that day.
Oh, okay.
Oh wow.
Yo, that means I gotta steam my Puerto Rican flag because I have like all the folds on it, so I'll just like steam it out and have it just ready. Like, hello, yes.
Or you put it in the bathroom and let the hot water run.
Yo, honestly, that's how I got ready for work this morning.
Yeah,
so
just
I'll be
let
like,
the
I
hot
could
water run,
iron or I could just let the steam do the
yeah.
job. I'm just saying.
Hey,
But I got
that
my
works.
personal steamer right here. This is my beige personal steamer, but
You got 30 steams.
I got 30 steams for 30 seams.
And that's in the winter.
yeah, essentially.
That's deep cut right there.
But thank you so much for being with us today.
Yeah, man.
We appreciate you. Every time you come through, it's nothing but love. You already know that.
Cheers. Thank
Hopefully
you.
we see you when you got. Well, hopefully we get to see you guys when you are the AEW Tag Team Champions.
Eventually.
That'd be very nice to interview y'all.
Eventually. I honestly, it's not something that's been told to us, but eventually it's gonna happen.
It will.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love the fucking confidence.
Energy.
I mean, come on.
Energy.
And you know what?
If not, we're gonna steal them.
And,
You know the
I
vibes.
just hope that it's for more than a combined 662 days. I want to see 663 days at least.
I don't want that responsibility.
That's mad weeks you gotta
yeah,
go.
exactly.
Sometimes you need an off week.
I will leave you with this. As much of it is humbling and it's an honor to win a title, and for a company to look at you in that light, but going through the airports with those titles sometimes is such a hassle that I'm good.
You gotta get
what?
you gotta get that TSA pre-check and everything.
Oh man, yo,
Mark Henry said something similar like, being a champion, there's a lot of responsibility.
Yeah.
Man. It's like too much for that shit.
yeah. And then sometimes they be like, "No, we're gonna have to check your bag," and I'm like, "Lady, I got like a $3,000.
Are you dumb?
I'm not checking that bag, and you gotta fight with the people. Like, and then on top of that, it'd be like 5 a.m. We'd be getting butt ass on the flights, and I'll
red
be
eyes.
tired, like what I mean, like cooked already, going through, and then one person will be like, "Yo, Tommy, come over here. Look at this. Who's this guy?" And I'm like, "Yo."
Lorraine, look at this, Lorraine.
It's that guy from TV.
Yeah,
that guy from TV.
You wouldn't even imagine. What do you do? MMA, wrestling? And I'm like,
Oh.
You guys
I'm a wrestler, ma'am. And
Ma'am,
they're
I haven't had my
Can
coffee
my kid
yet.
take a picture with yo?
Yeah, exactly. Or they'll be like, that fake stuff? And I'm like,
Nah, actually, my shoulder's dislocated.
Nah. I'll be like, yup.
Yup.
I don't even want to fight them. Yup.
Yup, that fake
Yup.
stuff.
That's what I get paid to
You
do,
know
man.
what? You know what?
Never say the F word.
No,
man.
I'm
Never
gonna
say
tell you
the
right
F
now.
word.
At certain points, I let it go. 'cause
There's
I
like
don't
No.
wanna
3
get
F
into-
words you
I don't
can't
wanna
say.
get
5
into-
a.m.?
You know what?
Fuck that.
No, fuck that shit. You say that you're actors. You're on IMDb, goddammit.
Exactly.
Yo, by the way, tell Santana they got him listed as Mark Sanchez.
Well, that's his shoot name.
Oh.
So
bleep-
his shoot
should I
name, I
bleep-
might as well
should I
say
bleep that name?
Nah, whatever. You can say
Oh,
it.
alright.
He'll get heat from me. I don't care.
Oh,
So his legit shoot name is Mark Anthony Sanchez.
He was a good quarterback for the Jets.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also a good salsa singer.
He was.
I was gonna say, yo, he's a good singer.
Yeah, Mark
Let's-
Anthony Sanchez.
My grandmother to this day will risk it all for some Mark Anthony, so let's not.
All right, so wait.
But-
On that note, is it Manuel?
Well, my shoe name? You trying to
yeah.
get my shoe name?
What?
I found that too.
I'll give you my shoe name. It's Miguel Angel Molina Jr.
That's my father's
Miguel
name.
Molina. Yeah, that's what I saw. I was like,
My father's
So
Miguel
I
Angel.
was Angel Ortiz, Angel being my middle name.
Yeah.
And people call me Angel in wrestling, and
Okay.
that's how I introduce myself, because technically it is my name.
Yeah.
But it's Miguel Angel Molina Jr.
My father's
I'm gonna
Miguel
say
Angel Mendoza.
Yeah, well, there you go. Miguel
Por-
Angel is very...
Whoa, just
Puerto
very
Rican.
common. Yeah, it's very
My
common.
father is unknown.
Vacant. We call him
let you know,
vacant.
on IMDb, you're listed twice.
There you go, yeah.
Tell you, I'm doing my research.
Yeah, I need to get a SAG. I don't got health insurance. I'm
Yo, you not a SAG yet?
No,
I know
I need to
somebody.
get
Yo,
on
you
SAG.
gotta get a
That's what
SAG,
I'm saying.
I know someone who
If I got
works
an
for
AMPD, I'll be like, yo, that's proof right here.
Yeah, you gotta get on SAG,
Give me some
bro.
insurance.
I got friends of mine that don't act for shit, but they still on SAG, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, you
Yeah.
get all the Oscar movie
Yeah.
nomination
Yeah.
DVDs to watch right before because you can vote for it.
For real?
Yeah.
If I'm in SAG?
Yeah, you can
Yo,
vote
I'm
for
going to pay all
Yeah.
that shit.
Yo, dude,
I'm
apply.
like, yo, I got the DVD for this movie.
Gonna be
Mother
fucking
to my
bootlegging like the people.
godson. She had
Hey,
a
let's
SAG
start hosting viewing parties and shit.
Yo, word.
Come through.
Word.
Come through.
We haven't even come out yet. I got you. I got the Blu-ray.
All right, so check
You
this shit
come
out.
through, there's just jerk chicken and frozen sofrito. And you're like,
Yo,
where's
hell
the,
yeah,
where's
bro.
the, what
Yo,
happened?
This and jerk chicken.
All right,
I got you.
so peep it out. So peep it out. We'll call it the PNP Secret Movie Viewing Party.
With it.
And we'll just charge like $50 at
We
the
could
door.
come here.
We'll do it
We
here.
come
Parts
here, we got
unknown.
it, yeah.
Remember,
They got a
it's
Blu-ray player?
Dude,
Blu-ray player?
don't,
Player?
I'll bring that
We'll
shit.
figure it out. We'll make it work.
Just
Yo,
understand.
I'm sure Sonny got a fucking laser disc somewhere. Like, he ready.
So what? And yo, we'll be like, it's at Parts Unknown. So only if you're cool, you know where it is. Hint, hint, wink, wink.
And you're not cool? That's
Yeah.
where you're going? Okay, cool.
Wow.
You see how they treat me?
Only if you're cool. It's okay. I understand.
You'll
Yeah,
get
that's
lost.
right.
You know
You
how
got
it
it.
is.
You
Yeah.
got it. You got it unlocked. I
Yeah,
understand.
It's
yeah.
the early,
Yeah, treat
the
me.
early onset of Alzheimer's. You know,
It's
I feel
love.
you.
It's
Yeah.
love. They wouldn't be.
No, it's abuse.
If I was nice,
No, because since they want to fuck with the old jokes, it's elder abuse now.
yo, honestly, if I was nice to you, then it's when you gotta fucking worry.
Facts.
she's never nice to me.
But
Ageism? What is it called?
Ages.
ageism.
Yeah.
Ageist.
Yeah, because you're not gay, so it's not like homophobia. Not yet.
it's
I don't know. It
Shout
depends
out
on
to
where
Teddy.
you go. Yeah. But like, I'm tired. I want to go home. So can we like figure this
I don't
out?
know why you going home. You gonna be cleaning up over here.
Oh fucking
Yeah.
shit.
So this was an amazing time. Thank you for joining us today,
Thank you.
brother.
Wait, one more thing.
Please.
Diamante. What's going on with that? She was supposed to give me her phone number like 2 shows ago.
Microphone. You.
Diamante's in a relationship.
Yeah.
You not follow up
Yeah,
with
And
something?
so
That doesn't
is
matter to
he.
him. That
Yeah.
doesn't matter. to him.
Oh!
He got a whole girlfriend.
Yeah.
He got a whole girl. No,
Did she
you're not
listen
getting.
to the
Not a
pod?
part-time, a whole girlfriend.
I hope not.
She
It's
will
not
now.
even. It's kind of half a girlfriend. She's like short, but like he had a whole
You
girlfriend.
Mormon? You can have multiple wives and.
I could do whatever I want. I'm the
That
intern.
hair looks
Okay.
more
Oh
menacing.
man, he got
You
it
can
like
do
that
one
hair
whatever
of
you
them
want because you're the
silent-
intern.
Silent assassin over here. You heard that?
And that is why
whatever
we
he
call him
wants.
Guadalupe to humble his ass.
Word, I'm mad confused by all of this right now. But take us home, please. Thank you.
And that is a wrap for episode 101 of the Yep, I Like Wrestling
Yer-
podcast.
What a great way to start the 100.
Yes. By the way, real quick before we continue, we did episode 100 where we kind of talked with all the past hosts about a lot
I
of stuff that
apologize.
was.
I couldn't make that.
No,
I
no,
was
it's
on
all
batting
good. No, it's all
duty.
good.
I was just like, it's not happening.
No, but
I mean, you were also like wrestling.
I actually
Yeah.
said
Was I wrestling that day?
That was a Triple
No.
A day.
Yeah,
That was
yeah, no,
Triple A
actually
day.
you
Oh,
were.
yeah, yeah,
Triple
yeah,
A
okay,
day.
okay.
We
You
actually
were.
did it. We actually did it on Sunday.
Ah.
So you were wrestling. So yeah. But
and I actually said this was my favorite.
actually, you weren't the only one. People
Yeah.
that weren't even on the episode were like, "Yo, that was one of my favorite
That's
episodes."
cool. That's cool. Thank you,
So,
everybody that said that. I
yeah.
appreciate that. Cheers.
But yeah, thank you again for joining us.
Yeah.
Real quick, couple of quick announcements coming up on October 2nd. We are going to be doing a viewing party for AEW's first show at Jack Dempsey's. Yes.
On 33rd Street between 5th and 6th Avenue.
And we are doing our Hell in a Cell viewing party hosted by the WWE Hall of Famer Rikishi.
Ooh.
I got a great story with him, so it's fine.
Yeah, we'll tell him that story that day.
Yes.
And
That will also be at Jack Dempsey's on 33rd Street between 5th and 6th Avenue.
and those open for that at 6 p.m. So make sure you get here early. It is also our after New York Comic Con party as well.
Fuck.
So make sure you get here early with your costume or without your costume.
It's a long weekend.
Want to be a nerd but watch more wrestling? Come over to Jack Dempsey's on 33rd Street between 5th Avenue and get some more wrestling.
Nah, it's whenever it's Comic Con, I end up in a faja, so I'm just like, damn, I'm gonna be tired. Like,
My cousin's working Comic Con. My cousin that you met downstairs. He
Oh
works
yeah,
out.
get out.
Oh, wow.
All right, so
The one
yeah,
that stole
I'm gonna
your-
be there all 4 days. I'll be there all 4 days.
Slowly
yeah,
walk
yeah.
up to you.
I mean, I'll set you up. My cousin, he's working, so he can hook you up with some stuff and shit like that.
Oh yeah,
Got
that'd be
you.
awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
much
Because he does
appreciated.
brand ambassador work, so he works for a bunch of different companies and stuff
Oh,
like that,
yeah.
but he's working Comic Con.
That's fire.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
definitely.
I want his
Even just
contact
say what's up, man.
information with it.
I got you.
Yeah.
With it.
All right.
Comic-Con, yeah.
I'm off on
Hook it up.
weekends. It's lit.
So please make sure you follow us on all social media platforms and all podcast platforms by searching at YEPILW. On behalf of this episode, my name is Sunny Sofrito, and today I was joined by...
The incredible intern Nez, a.k.a. Guadalupe.
And I was also joined today by...
Puerto Rican Princess. Hello, Amazon.
And I was also joined today by...
Beige Benoit, a.k.a. Steph McNaster.
And we had the pleasure of...
Yeah.
of being joined by the proud and powerful...
Miguel Angel Molina Jr., a.k.a. Ortiz, a.k.a. Proud and Powerful Latino, a.k.a. one half of the sexiest Puerto Rican tag team on this goddamn planet. That is to be decided. I don't know what the tag team name is.
TBD.
TBD.
TBD, TBA.
PNP, TBD. You know, you never know.
All I say is 220, second to none. On that note, thank you for joining us. Peace out.
Ow.
Bye.
Suck on that, Guadalupe.
Whoa.
Nah, y'all made me cry, and I'm not a pussy bitch. Like, I'm fucking gangsta, and y'all made me cry.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
That shit got me tight. That had to you up like.
I'm sorry, but thank you.
Like one of us is like graduating.
Yeah.
Like, yo, you made it out the hood. Like,
Man, yeah, man.
Like, we made it.
I mean, it is. We are one of y'all. 100%, yeah.
We got interviewed that day by like prowrestling.net or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't know when you guys debuted, he was behind me and he was recording. And you
Oh, my God.
I don't know what clip I saw, but I
the
saw
footage.
a Twitter video and I saw Instagram like feed or whatever. I saw a bunch of videos. Yeah, I saw multiple angles of here. I knew it was this bar, but I saw different people with multiple angles and shit like that. So yeah, it was dope. It was cool.
I'm glad y'all felt it. That's
100%.
I hope they feel it. I hope they know.
Like we literally were just like we were both looking at the videos of here and we were like, man, that's awesome. There's people in bars right now cheering for us. Like that's awesome. Yeah. Like multiple places. There was people that send us. They were watching in their crib and they were like, ah! Like we got videos from all over. It was insane. It was so humbling. It was crazy.
Well kept secret.
Yeah. We tried. It was hard. It was hard. It was hard. Yeah. I told very few people, but I told people completely outside of wrestling. Like my friends and family don't even know nobody in wrestling.
Yeah.
That was just like, yo, we about to do this. Because I know they're not gonna talk to nobody or whatever. They don't get it. Exactly why I told them.
Yeah. How did the
get
family feel? Like how did the shorty feel about everything?
My girl, she
like
said that in my soul
like if
pay-per-view.
you were weighing while you were weighing the options, I know you had the conversation with her.
Of course, my girl. Yeah.
Where was she leaning towards?
She. That's cool.
No, it'd be great. I mean,
We're not hearing this.
My through and through, my shorty was willing to support me no matter what decision I make. But again, another factor, I was like, let's say if everything goes well in WWE, let's say we do 6 months of NXT or a year or whatever the case is, and we get brought up to the main roster. Let's say best case scenario, we get pushed to the moon. We are never going to be home. I will not raise my child. That's not what we wanted. But kudos to my woman. She was like, whatever you do, I'll support you. Whatever. And she was like, if you need to move to Florida, I'll stay in New York. And you move to Florida and you do what you got to do. And I was like, that's not what I want to do. It's going to affect our relationship. And yeah, I was just like, listen, I'm just being real. Like, it's hard to have a long distance relationship, no matter what your bond is. If you're not around with, yeah, exactly. But also, it would affect our relationship. And I was just like, I don't want to not be with you. I'm going to not be with you. I don't want to be put in a situation where I'm going to be tempted by other things. Like, think about it. Everyone has needs, straight up. Let's say, just, you know what I mean? Let's say 8 months, I don't see my shorty. 8 months, 9 months, a year, I don't see my shorty. You know how hard that's going to be? Why do that to myself?
Not enough porn.
It's not, trust me. Trust me. I went through dry spells. There's not enough porn.
I don't even know his name. Why do I know this?
Yeah.
Me and my wife.
But no, yeah, 100%, man. And just, I just didn't want that. And I was just, it's not going to be ideal for our relationship. It's not going to be ideal for me as a father. Because I'm going to miss out on important years. It's so important when they're so young. If he gets a little older and he's like 10 or 12, he's more understanding to what I got to do. But as a 3 and a 4-year-old, he's going to be like, Dad, why are you never here? You know what I mean?
The most,
and
it's true.
That.
Scientifically, the most impactful years are from 3 to 10.
Exactly.
So it's true.
Exactly. And that's not what we wanted.
Yeah.
I want to raise my child. I want to be in my son's life. I want to go to his baseball games. I want to go to his basketball. Whatever he decides to do, I want to be there for him. And honestly, that was one of the biggest and major factors, along with everything else, along with the tag team division, along with the work schedule, along with everything else. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.